All right, guys, how's it going? So, yesterday I recorded a video. I think it was titled "Is Liverpool FC for Sale" or something like that, because there's been some rumours and speculation and stuff. And you really should watch that video before this one, to be honest with you. Then I don't have to repeat myself and bore you to death. Because that video will explain to you like my thoughts as to what I think is happening or isn't happening or happened. You know what I mean? You'd have to really watch that one from yesterday first. In that video, I spoke about Rich T. Well, his username is RichT71 on the VIP members website. Rich is a great member. He's very educated when it comes to business, takeovers. He has connections to royalty out in the Middle East. The people that would be interested in buying a football club, for example, and all that, all verified. I've met Rich personally. He's a really good friend of mine, even though it's more of a virtual relationship. You know, obviously we live in two different countries, but he's someone that I have a lot of time for. And obviously his contributions to the members website are very important. He's a great asset for Cop Talk. But he also watches my videos and he does comment in my videos as well. And I said in yesterday's video, look out for anything that Rich, might say on that video. I don't know if he did. I didn't see anything, but I did see something that he posted on the members website here. As you can see, it's a long post, and I wanted to share that with you. So this isn't about trying to get you to go and join the members website, because I'm going to read it to you. I shouldn't really, but I just think that you guys should have access to this kind of knowledge and opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, you form your own opinions, as do I. So the title of the thread was, I can't remember. I can't see the full title on my mobile phone for some reason. 1 second. I think it was to do with Dynasty, LFC for sale and Dynasty rumours. So Rich said, and I would pay a lot of attention to Rich. Okay, I've known Rich for forever. Okay, he's a very switched on person when it comes to things like this, and he's my go-to. All right. There seems to be a lot of speculation that both the club is for sale again, and in brackets he's put it's always been for sale, and that Dynasty haven't invested in the Liverpool Football Club and Athletic Grounds Limited (brackets LFC). As someone that's been involved with in many company acquisitions at a small scale in the private equity world, here's my thoughts. LFC was for sale the moment FSG bought us. I think it's probably closer today due to a few reasons I'll mention. Firstly, despite what people think, LFC are not a cash cow for FSG. We actually lost £6.9 million in the last accounts. Now FSG have made money from LFC by selling small equity stakes off firstly to Redbird and then to Dynasty. However, the big money for FSG, and then in brackets is put and their investors, is the exit. The exit is always the big payday for private equity and investment groups, as if you do it right, you can make 400% to 1,500% return on your investment. Have Dynasty invested into the Liverpool Football Club and Athletic Grounds Limited directly? No. But that's not how it works, because you'll have seen some numpties discussing this on YouTube. I've seen this discussed while I was in England about all this. Let Rich explain it to you. Have Dynasty invested into the Liverpool Football Club and Athletic Grounds Limited directly? No, but that's not how it works. FSG, as per normal, set up a SPV, a special purchase vehicle, or a new company to buy the club. This is UKSV Holdings Limited Company. They own 100% of LFC. UKSV is owned by an offshore company. But somewhere at the top of this chain of companies, FSG own the majority stake along with Redbird and Dynasty. These smaller private equity / investment companies usually look at making their investors a significant return either yearly or with a planned 3 to 5 year exit. These PE companies are under the cost from their investors to meet these timelines, otherwise they'll lose future investment, and the PE companies make their money from a percentage of this return. I agree with Dunk that with the senior partners at Dynasty being involved with FSG, I'll come back to this, it appears Dynasty created a capital event for FSG, paid back their investors a return, in brackets, by buying a small stake. I suspect Dynasty bought the stake as they know their investors are going to get a big payday from parties sniffing around the club and a sale is very likely in the not too distant future. I would listen to Rich T, all right? That's his username, Rich T, but Rich. Okay. Now, if you remember yesterday, in that previous video, which I really would advise you to go and watch. One moment, please. Let me get this. Let me get this up. That's what she said. So if you remember yesterday, Dynasty Equity, the company that you've all heard about, this chap here, a senior advisor for Dynasty Equity, the organisation that bought into us and everything. The senior advisor is David Ginsberg, this guy, senior advisor to that company, but he also happens to be the vice chairman of FSG. He's also the vice chairman of Liverpool Football Club, but he's the vice chairman of FSG that's a senior advisor to Dynasty Equity who bought in. So he obviously knows what their intentions are, and Dynasty obviously know what FSG's intentions are to invest. Do you get my drift? I went over all that in yesterday's video. And that for me was extremely suspicious. Straight away when it all happened, I was like, here we go. They know exactly what's going on. They're a minor investor. They're not going to get any say in running the club or anything. And they're an investment company. So why do you invest? You invest to make money. Rich is explaining it very well here. And I just want to repeat this bit. I agree with Duncan that with the senior partners at Dynasty being involved with FSG, it appears Dynasty created a capital event for FSG, paid back their investors a return, by buying a small stake. I suspect Dynasty bought the stake as they know their investors are going to get a big payday from parties sniffing around the club, and a sale is very likely in the not too distant future. Now, this then continues into a debate from there's a lot of clever people on the members' website, a lot more cleverer than me. That is for sure. I honestly don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to finances and things like that. I have enough trouble controlling my own finances in life. He's saying there what I read and hear, Redbird and Dynasty will want a more usual 3 to 5 year turnaround on their minor investments. Maybe they can sell on their minor investments, but this could be a hard sell to any investor to buy a minor equity stake in something that is loss-making unless there's a sale of the club soon. Now, he provides further information. I can't go through every single thing, but he said the suggestion I heard was that FSG wanted £5 billion with 20% up front. The problem at this level investment is that football clubs don't make any money. You then look at streams of income a buyer could improve, like possibly wait until matches get officially streamed. But this is offset by static commercial deals and TV rights deals. Many investment firms that would need a big pool of investors at this level, and then to be certain of an exit of £10 billion to the next buyer. Did I read that? I'll try it again. Many investment firms that would need a big pool of investors at this level, and then to be certain of an exit of £10 billion to the next buyer. But apart from the States, who has $10 billion to lose? And from what I hear, while Middle Eastern countries have the money, they like to be seen to be getting a deal like most buyers. Chelsea, from what I heard via someone with connections to Clearlake, believe they can flip the club in the next 5-10 years for double what they paid for. And I'm sure on maybe yesterday's video, I think in yesterday's video I referenced something that I posted on the members' website, if I can find it for you. Liverpool for sale. I posted that on the 14th of September before all of this stuff started doing the rounds. I've seen some real poor stuff, on one particular Liverpool fan site yesterday or the day before. There is a lot of misinformation and claims and rumours and things being said on the internet at the moment. Rich said, this is what Rich said back on the 9th. One moment, please. Okay, sorry, I posted on the 9th of September. I don't know what date I just said. The 9th of September. I brought up this conversation I had with someone to do with why they think the club is being primed for a sale. Anyway, And Rich commented on that at the time. And he said, I'll just go to the one little bit here. I believe if the figures were right, the royal family of Dubai or one of their vehicles would buy LFC. Rich is connected to some serious peoples in that region, all right? So if he's got that opinion, he'll be right. I'm telling you, right? So what's the reason for this video? Well, this video is a follow-up to yesterday's video in which I said, if you see Rich, listen out for what he said. I don't think he commented on any of my videos yesterday, or that particular video. And he posted it on the members website. And, you know, I should be telling people, oh, come over to the members, look what it... But I want to share it with you, you know. I think it's really important information to share with you. So I'll leave it at that, really. I don't really know what else I can say. I don't know. You'd have to read it. You'd have to, maybe if you don't understand anything that I've said, is maybe watch the video again and just see what Rich said. I suspect Dynasty bought the stake as they know their investors are going to get a big payday from parties sniffing around the club, and a sale is very likely in the not too distant future. What is the not too distant future? You like, maybe to us in our normal lives, the not too distant future might be a couple of weeks, or a couple of months, or something like that. But in business, it can be a couple of years, which might sound a lot to us, but isn't in business. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been of the opinion, and I think Rich shares that with me, going by what he said there, that the club has been for sale from day one. And FSG have denied it many times, or it's not for sale, but they have a guy that they use. I can't remember his name. It will be on there. I mentioned that again yesterday. They have a guy that's like that. You know, he goes and sits down and on behalf of FSG. And I know for a fact that this guy, we do know his name, but I just can't remember it. I would love it if someone could remind me. I know he goes, he's like a negotiator, you know, he goes and listens and that, and they tell him, you know, he'll go and say, no, the club's not for sale, but what you thinking? And then he goes back and reports back. And that's why it's always funny when you see these scurrilous reports and Twitter accounts and fucking engagement farming accounts and all these people, when they always say high-ranking FSG officials, you know, well, he's not high-ranking, you know, but he is FSG. And, you know, he goes out and listens to offers and then goes back to FSG and they're like, nah, we're not interested in that. And then you get them statements going, no, the club's not for sale, we're not for sale. I'm telling you that they've announced before the club's not for sale while that mush was out in America, sat down having a bite to eat somewhere in some fucking fancy restaurant. I can't remember when it was. But it was well documented. It was well documented at the time. It's not just something I've dreamt up in my head. It was out there publicly, but I just can't remember his name. If you could find his name, you'd find quite a bit about him. But I don't. It was years ago the last time I remember that name. Anyway, it's irrelevant, to be honest with you. So I've always been of the opinion that that the club is being for sale, and there is stuff flying around now. But I think the people that are saying all this stuff on social media, they're only doing it because they know that that topic sells to Liverpool fans. It sells. I haven't read a single report from any of these fucking idiots that I've gone, yeah, that sounds plausible. But at the same time, I still believe that the club is up for sale. But I don't believe they're actively like going out of their way. Sorry, I've got a message. You know, to sell the club. But there was the chap that I mentioned to you in that yesterday's video. You should watch yesterday's video, honestly, if you're interested in this shit. If you remember yesterday, where do I find this shite? Dynasty. This chap. I mentioned this chap yesterday. K. Don Cornwell, him. All right. Also Dynasty Equity, co-founder and CEO. I'm listening to a lot of things he's doing. All right. And I did mention this in yesterday's video. And weeks ago, I posted about this whole thing on the members' website on the 9th of September. And I'm listening. He's been on podcasts. He pops up in interviews and he talks about what the plans are about things and stuff like that. And he's really like, you know, I don't like to give too much away because I think that if you put too much out there, then it's helping those people that like to mislead you. Because I can guarantee you, because of what I said in that video yesterday and what I'm saying today about this chap, they'll be out there looking, do you know what I mean? And then they'll be trying to like spin all sorts of stuff. Nobody's mentioned his fucking name, right? Nobody. But you're going to see his name appear soon. I guarantee it, right? Okay, so you're going to see his name appear soon. So, like I said, the reason for the video is a follow-up. I wanted to give you the opinions of Rich. It doesn't mean that you have to take what he says as gospel. It's an opinion. But he's a very educated, very well-connected person, all right? He is my go-to, and I would trust him with my life, you know? So if he says all that, I believe him, right? But he, by his own admission, he can't tell you what they're going to do. He's just saying that's what you would expect them to do, or that's what I think. So I'll leave it with you, all right? I'm not sure this is a good video, whether you found it informative or not. But at the end of the day, my videos here, they're about reality. You know, they're not here to be sensational or exciting or to be 3 minutes long just because you can't fucking watch a 15-minute long video. Do you know what I mean? We're here to tell you what the crack is as best as possible. And sometimes the videos might be a bit confusing or they're not as exciting or something. I don't know. And I'm not really sure it's helped you, but I would listen to what Rich has said. I would go back in the video and listen to exactly what he said. So I will leave it with you. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them in the video description. Please thumbs up the video if you appreciate my effort. Doesn't mean you agree with me or that you want FSG out. If you want FSG out, thumbs up the video. And if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks button. Yeah, that'd be appreciated. My morning briefing was restricted by YouTube today. It didn't get monetized. I must have used some naughty words in it or something. It's a shame, really. It was an hour long. And the message in the video was about, well, it's about mental health and, you know, helping each other and just stuff like that. But, you know, you can't use certain words anymore, apparently, and whatnot. So that video didn't, I didn't know what to do with that video today. It was a kick in the teeth, really. It's a principle thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just put some effort and heart into that video. So, yeah, if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, that would be appreciated. You can read the video description. There's also other ways of supporting my channel. Follow me on social media. Join the newsletter as well. That's in the channel. And the chat room. Yeah. I've had a shit day, to be honest with you. That's why my videos are so late today. The good news is my throat is a lot better. All right. So, yeah, I'll leave it with you guys. All right. So let me know what you think of the video and your thoughts on what Rich said. Cheers.